All right, we're live.
Hello. Welcome. This is Mary Mengason. I'm here for coffee and conversations.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's here yet.
Nobody?
Oh, somebody's here.
Oh.
I got one count. And you have your coffee.
Hello. I have my coffee.
Yes. What do you like in your coffee?
I like my coffee not to look like coffee. So it's more like cream and sweet and low with a dash of coffee.
I'm the opposite. I like cream. I don't like any sweet. And I like it strong.
Strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what's in there?
That is what's in here, yes, in my Yeti.
But in the morning first thing in the morning I have a cup of hot tea.
Oh.
And I go in the office and have a cup of coffee.
I've had tea so much when I'm like sick that like I don't want it when I'm not sick.
Right.
Yeah.
I grew up drinking hot tea with my dad.
Oh.
So it's kind of what I remember.
Yeah, it's nostalgic.
And my mom too. She likes tea too.
Yeah. My mom is here. She says good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Hello.
she likes to watch these.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So if you are joining, if you have a question for Mary, you can ask her about insurance, but you don't have to. You can just ask her about her. She's very interesting. You can put it in the chat and I will relay it to her. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask my own questions.
Great.
So the first one's super easy.
Yes.
Who are you? What do you do here?
I am Vice President of Avery Hall Benefit Solutions, which is a part of the Avery Hall Insurance Group. And I sell benefit plans to employers in the area. So small size companies might have 2 or 3 employees all the way up to 1,000. So love working with a bunch of different customers. Been here 27 years, September 11th. And love my job.
Steve says good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Cindy says good morning.
Good morning, Cindy.
Actually, she said hi, Mary. Sorry.
Hi, Cindy.
Yes. Dakota says good morning.
Good morning, Dakota.
So we got some people talking
So we're
about.
fortunate that a lot of the Avery Hall Benefit Solutions people are giving us some support here.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Eddie has a question.
Oh, Eddie.
Does it impact my health insurance coverage by being an avid runner and health enthusiast?
Oh, I love that question. Eddie. Well, it certainly does, because people ask me all the time, why is health insurance so expensive? They don't always love the answer, because a lot of times it's most expensive because there's a lot of claims out there. And so if you're healthy, like Eddie is, and you have you don't have a lot of claims, that will make health insurance be less expensive. So great question.
Yes. Keep running, Eddie.
Keep running.
So you help businesses, both big and small, kind of pick a benefits plan. Why is it important for a business to have a benefits plan?
Well, nowadays you're hearing a lot about people having a hard time finding people to hire, so it's very important to have good benefits because it's part of the whole employment package. So if you're looking to hire someone, you want to obviously talk to them about salary and vacation schedule and your sick time, but a lot of times people are very savvy now about health insurance and they want to know what their benefits are going to be. It may not be as much something that people talked about 20 years ago, but nowadays I think people are a lot more aware. So I think it makes you a more competitive employer to have a good benefits package. And so we work with employers trying to make sure that they can get the best benefits, obviously at the lowest cost, but also just what fits their needs the most.
Cindy has a question. Are prices different from different brokers for health insurance?
That's a great question, Cindy. Prices are not different from different brokers. They are regulated, well, I should say this, for small business, they are not different. So if you get a quote from a broker next door and you give them the same census, which is the listing of your employees with their dates of birth, and they are showing you the exact same plan, then you are going to get the exact same price. So a lot of times what we say is you really need to shop what you're looking for in a broker, and you want to make sure you have a broker that's going to support you, especially small employers. Usually the person that's taking care of benefits wears a lot of different hats, and we are able to provide a lot of support to those employer groups. We have account managers that are here from 8:30 to 5 every day, talking with customers every day, trying to help them with all questions. So I hope that answers that question, Cindy.
So after you help them pick their plan, you're not just like gone.
No.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, I think, and why I stayed at Avery House so long is we're not the type of company that once we talk to our employer groups and sell them a product, there's no more, you don't see us anymore. You'll talk to me, you'll talk to our account managers, and we want to help you along the way. We don't want people to get frustrated with their insurance. We want to be able to, if they have questions about a claim, or if an employer group has a question about a bill that they've received, or even an employee does, we want them to call us. I joke around sometimes that it's job security for us, but I haven't found in 27 years that insurance companies have gotten that much easier to deal with. So I think it's sometimes a lot nicer if you can just call Avery Hall and know that you're going to have a friendly voice, and we will help you as much as we possibly can.
Yes, because business owners need to focus on their business.
Exactly, and that's what we try to say. We know that you have, as a business owner, many things to deal with, so let us deal with this one small part of what you have to do.
Yes. Steve has a question. He says, you participated in ASP with Trinity. Could you give some insight on your experience?
Oh, I love that you asked that, Steve. Yes, and I have pictures and awards and things here about ASP. One of my favorite all-time memories of life. ASP is an organization, the Appalachian Service Project, and they work with local churches or organizations to help repair homes in Appalachia. Their motto is to make things warmer, safer, and drier. And what we did here is we would work with the local high school students, and from all different schools, the church that through Trinity would come, and we would adult volunteers and youth volunteers would get together, and we'd have teams, and we'd work with different families in their houses and help make them hopefully a little bit better place to live. But one of the greatest things about it was that you built relationships with the people you worked with, the families that you met, learned a lot about different parts of our country. Just one of the most rewarding experiences. Anybody that may be there that hasn't had any involvement with that, I highly recommend it.
That's really cool. I know Steve did that.
Yes, I was fortunate enough to work with Steve on a team once. If you ever need somebody to side your house, Steve is wonderful at it. I know he may not want me to say that, but he's very helpful, and that's the best thing. You learn that who knew that I could put siding on a house, but I did.
That's great. Again, if we got some new people jumping on, if you have questions for Mary, just put them in the chat and I will relay them to her. But until then, I'm going to ask a question. Let me pick a good one. I love this one. What's a secret talent that you have?
Oh my. Oh, I have friends that will love this. I know how to do a little bit of synchronized swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yes, or water ballet, I guess was the class.
How did that happen?
Well, my mom was very supportive in letting me try different things, and when I was young, so she took me to a class, and I used to watch those old-time movies with my grandmother where they would have the people out there doing all the, I don't know, many people may not know about this, but just synchronized swimming, and so I always thought it was really cool and interesting, and I love the water, and I love dance, so it was a good fit. Not quite as good at it as it was at one time.
You definitely know more than the average person, though.
I really do, unfortunately. Oh, and I also, this isn't a talent, but I absolutely love Elvis Presley.
Oh, did you see the new movie?
Yes, and I highly recommend it. I was weary about it, wasn't quite sure how it would come, but fabulous.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's really good.
It is.
I know nothing about Elvis, but
well, we could talk afterwards.
Okay.
I can give you lots of information.
Yes, Mary can teach you about synchronized swimming, Elvis, and insurance.
Yes.
Yes.
See?
My mom says she remembers that, the synchronized swimming in movies.
Good. Yes.
So she
I'm
gets
trying
it.
to think of the name of one of the swimmers, Pearl would that be.
Yeah. Okay, next question. How do you like to relax on the weekend?
Well, I love to spend time with my boyfriend, Eddie, who joined us earlier, and family. I have 2 adult boys, and I love spending time with them and their girlfriends and friends. And I used to spend a lot of time with my dog, but he's passed away. I love to go to the beach. I love being in the ocean. I like to read. I also like Netflix. I'm not supposed to say that. I like to take walks. There's ways I relax.
Yeah. Are you, when you go to the beach, are you like a sand sitter, or you're a swimmer?
I like to swim. I like to get in the sand. The sand doesn't bother me. I like to lay there and just read a book and not move. I'll do it all, and I can stay there from 5 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night and not be bored. And I love every moment of it.
No, I get bored. I like being there early in the morning, but then by the afternoon, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we will sometimes go to Assateague and get there at like 5:30 in the morning, and we will still be there at 5:30 at night. And I haven't been more bored one moment. I find it just enchanting.
Why did you choose a career in insurance?
Oh, that's such a funny question. I find that many people say they didn't choose a career in insurance.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of interesting how things turn out. My first job out of college was with Procter & Gamble, which was working for a very large company, and it was a great experience learning about sales and training and kind of the corporate world. And when I decided I wasn't quite sure that was what I wanted to do forever, I looked into other bigger companies to work for because I was just used to that. And I got a job with Prudential Healthcare Plan, which was an HMO out of Baltimore. So that's really how I got in the insurance industry. And then when I moved down here, I actually met Cindy Whaley, who is one of my partners, when I was working for an insurance carrier. And that's how they came to know me and then offered me a job with Avery Hall.
How is working for Avery Hall different from your previous job?
Well, it's been so long since
I know.
anywhere else.
Think back.
I would say in the beginning, when I first started working with Avery Hall, we were a lot smaller. So that was very interesting for me. I remember when I was interviewing, I was like, what's it like to work for a company? So, but it obviously they've been very successful and have grown so much.
Yeah.
So it was different just that it was a smaller company and with a local flair, and people knew, knew everyone there, and so that's always been cool. I like when I say that I work for Avery Hall, that people are like, oh, I know so and so. Yeah, I knew them.
Yeah, you people know at least one connection to Avery
Yes,
Hall.
absolutely.
Eddie has another question. He says, are you going to continue surfing?
Oh, yes.
Did you start surfing?
I did start surfing. So I was given the gift by Eddie of surf lessons for it was part of my 50th birthday. So that was always a bucket list item for me. Unfortunately, I've not surfed much since the lessons, but I did get a surfboard, and I was signed up for 4 lessons earlier in July, and each one was canceled due to wind.
Aww.
But I'm still going to get out there again.
Yes.
And like I said, I love being in the ocean, so I feel like that's going to definitely be something I'm going to tackle over the next couple years, and I'm going to be surfing until I'm in like my 70s.
Yeah.
80s.
That's really cool. I've never attempted. I've never even thought I should try surfing.
It's really, it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, I only got up like once or twice when I was trying to do a lesson before, but I think, I'm definitely very interested.
Okay. So you might go back into it.
Yep, for sure.
What is the best vacation you've ever been on?
Well, I've been fortunate to go on some really great vacations, but I have to say I found a new place over the last 5 or 6 years, and it's called Holden Beach. Oh, I shouldn't say that out loud. In North Carolina. It's a southern beach in North Carolina, and as you can tell, I like the water and the beach. So I think these last vacations there have been my favorite. But I've been to some really great places, so I can say I've been fortunate in that way. So.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a bad vacation.
I don't think so. Yeah, I really don't think so. Yeah, I have some friends that like to travel, and I've been to Sedona, Arizona. That was beautiful. And to Denver and Savannah, Georgia. Went to Alabama for a work trip, which was great.
Yeah.
Just different places, really. I saw Elvis's house. I like that.
Oh, where is that? I don't even know
that
where
is
he's from.
Memphis.
Oh, that makes sense.
And not quite as big as you would expect, but very, very interesting to see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Don Holland says, hello from OBX.
Oh, hello. Lucky you. That sounds wonderful.
If people want your services? First, it costs a lot of money.
Well, is that what it says?
No, I'm saying that because I know it's not true.
Okay, I was like, no, it doesn't cost anybody. No, it doesn't cost anything for to work with Avery Hall. It's not an addition to having, if you have a health insurance plan. Really, it's kind of hard to work directly with the carrier, so you do want to work with a broker, and there really isn't an additional charge for that. It's already in the rates. So, we work for the client, and we want to be able to help you. It doesn't cost extra at all.
Yeah.
Even for individual insurance. So if you want to go get a Medicare supplement or something, it doesn't cost extra, and we will help you with that. We will make your life much easier. If anybody's interested in learning about Medicare, if they're getting close to the age of 65, I really encourage you to call us or to go to one of our educational seminars. We pride ourselves in trying to help people in that market, and it's a growing market because, as we know, we all just get older. And it's very important that you know that your benefits are taking care of you, especially when you start to get, a little bit older. You might tend to have more claims and things like that, so you want to make sure that you have the right benefit plan for yourself.
Yes.
And we will help you with that.
Very important. And go ahead.
Oh, I sometimes like to say we do it all at Avery Hall. So we like to take you from the beginning. You can have your babies on the plan all the way to when it's your grandparents.
Yeah. And we do have educational events coming up. Every other month, Alyssa in the individual side does a Medicare webinar that is free. So if any of you are turning 65, or if you're already 65 and you're in Medicare and you're don't fully understand it, she can definitely help you.
For sure.
Yes, but if people want your services, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, you can call Avery Hall, 410-742-5111. We're right in the phone book. You can reach out to us online. We have a great website, so you can always reach out to us that way. And just you can stop by if you like, but sometimes it's kind of hard to get in if we already have an appointment, so probably best to just give us a call.
Yes, you can also text us. So at that same Salisbury number, if you text us and said, I need Mary's help right now, we would
get that text.
We would send that to Mary, yes. So no more questions in the chat. I think we're gonna wrap up.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
I like the questions.
Yes, they were good. I'm sure we're gonna have another one of these soon with Mary. She hasn't signed up, but yes, we are going to. But thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day.